So it's Ramadan. You will feel the hunger, you will feel the tiredness, you will feel the laziness to get out of bed. But what do? You pick yourself up and you get out of that bed. So hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Ramadan. It's a few days to Ramadan and I thought to share this video with you all. So the video is going to be in three sections. The first section, I'm going to be talking about my memories from last year's Ramadan, sharing them with you, some of the things that I did, my goals, and how I achieved them. The second one is going to be me talking about my 2025 goals, my action plan to get them. And the third one is basically me linking some tips and tricks that I feel helped me to achieve some of my goals last year and that I think would help you achieve your goals as well. Are you ready? Let's get right into it. Okay. If you see me looking down, it's because I've jotted a few points here so I don't talk too much or go off point. So these points are going to guide me. Now, let's start. I said that the first part is going to be Ramadan 2024 reflections. What was the highlight for me or one of my achievements of Ramadan 2024 was my first time finishing the Quran and I was so happy about it. Like I finished it on day like 28 or 29. I can't really remember, but I'm like, yay, I did it. I felt so much joy because I've never done that before in Ramadan. And so I was like, yes, I was able to do it. Also, I took about last 10 days off work. So like I took a leave of 5 to 7 days. And so that also helped me because I was ready. What I did was I had this Quran that it's the 30 juz. And so I said one juz a day, 4 pages after every prayer. So, excuse me. So I can do 4 pages. I can do more than 4 pages, but the target is 4 pages. So if by Asri I've only done 10 pages, I know that I need to double up because the time between Maghrib and Isha is short and I want to go for Taraweeh, I may not meet up. So I did that. So the highlight for me was finishing the Quran. Now, Tahajjud, I was already, before Ramadan last year, I was already getting very regular with Tahajjud. Depending on how early I wake up, I can say 2 or 4 or more rakas, and then there's this dua book I have, read some duas from there, do some dhikrs and all. So I just told myself that I need to be more intentional, more consistent. Like if I used to dedicate 20 minutes to tahajjud before, I would dedicate like 1 hour. The next on the list is Taraweeh. Oh my God. I always like Taraweeh because I will go with my cousin and my second cousin and anybody in the house at that time, and we'll go to the mosque, then we'll meet some of our other cousins at the mosque, and then we'll just gist, and we'll come back home. And sometimes somebody will be making you late for Tarawih, another person make it. It's just fun. And then obviously I and one of my cousins, Roger, will be doing like we'll be fighting for who wears this kimara today, this kimara tomorrow. And yeah, it's just a very good memory. I made sure that I didn't miss any Tarawih. The one that I came back very late from work, I said it at home. So yeah, that's on Tarawih. Before Ramadan, which is something I've been trying to do since 2022, 23. Before Ramadan, I was already regular with my sunnah fast, so Mondays and Thursdays, except for like period days or when I just feel like, you know what, I'm tired today. Um it's voluntary, right? It's not obligatory. So but I was already getting regular with my Monday and Thursdays fast, and this helps me because when Ramadan came, I was already in that mindset. I won't say, let's say, that spirituality. I don't think it's spirituality. I was just in that mind frame that you fast. You've been fasting almost every single Mondays and Thursdays. Yeah, no, it's nothing like, how sometimes people be scared of, I'll be hungry, I'll be this. You've done Mondays and Thursdays that were draining. So it's Ramadan. You will feel the hunger. You will feel the tiredness. You will feel the laziness to get out of bed. But what do? You pick yourself up and you get out of that bed. So it helped me kind of get into that mind frame quick. So one thing I've always been doing is every Ramadan, I would try to pick an habit and ensure that I work on it so that when the next Ramadan comes, I'm ready, like I've already inculcated that habit or cultivated that habit. You get. So that was me and increasing my duas and dhikrs. Now, another thing from last year is Ramadan Rise and Reflect. So this is a group I joined, and it's just like a group of girlies, like a community that helps you connect better with Allah, kind of helps you have a great Ramadan, basically. They share tips and tricks. We have like sessions, weekends, like every weekend, like 4 sessions. They'll teach you different things. There was also like a recommended book to read on patience. And then it's like a community. You would get an accountability partner. So before the beginning, before we start, they will tell you to share your Ramadan goals. You share your Ramadan goals. They'll give you accountability partner. You guys will meet up. So I've shared my Ramadan goal with my accountability partner. She has shared that with me. So we're checking in on each other. How did your day go? How was today? If you see that it's somebody that does not like back to back, give them every 2 days, every 3 days. But there's that someone that you get to like share stuff with, and it just helps you is like sometimes you can be feeling like, oh, I'm not doing this enough, oh, I'm not this, and this person comes and says it's okay, it's okay to feel like this day, but tomorrow try to do better. Simple. They share tips and tricks. Like we've had our first session, and the first session they talked to us about duas, and I used to think that it's foolish to go and ask Allah that, oh, I want ice cream. But nothing is ever foolish to ask for, right? Ask for everything. Do not miss your words. I just feel like, say, maybe I want to go and play ball now. I'll say, well, I don't let me break my leg or all those kind of things. I just feel like, I pray for those ones. But actually, you should become the person that prays for every little thing. So those are one of the things that I learned from the first sessions. You can say I'm already teaching you. It is, the group is still open. There's a lot more to learn from the group. That's just like the tip of the iceberg. I didn't want to just give you guys everything. I'm going to put a link to one of the community managers' WhatsApp, so you can reach out to the person if you want to join. I feel like it will close on the first day of Ramadan. I'm not sure. I would confirm. But yes, that's Ramadan Rise and Reflect. Before I forget, they also would give us a journal. In that journal, we would have a theme for Ramadan. And in the journal, we would have verses of the Quran that speaks to that theme. I think last year was, uh, I've forgotten. I think it was Shukr, Dhikr, and I've forgotten. But like there were 3 words, and there were 3 words, and so basically those 3 words form the theme of the verses. So that the verses will, they'll pick verses from the Quran talking about gratitude, talking about patience, like that, and then you would have to reflect upon it. Like, what does this verse mean to you when they say patience? Like me, I'm the most impatient person you can ever find. People don't believe this, but the mental relay race that I'm always doing in my head for every little thing. I'm so impatient. People close to me know this anyway. But yes, so you have a Ramadan journal. In that journal, you reflect upon Quran verses, you write how your day was. Um, yeah, I don't know what this year's journal is going to be. Of course, I know that they will have improved these verses last year because they've not sent us a journal. But Ramadan Rise and Reflect, if you don't join this year, join next year, okay? Good. Okay, I talked about the Ramadan journal. I already talked about reading the Quran as it was one of my highlights. Yes. So for Ramadan goals, let me open my laptop to show you my goals of last year. I'm going to read it out, and so it can help you like set goals, and I'll tell you how I did with those goals. Okay. 1 second. I'm just trying to find my WhatsApp. This is hanging. I don't know why. Okay, here it is. Okay, that's opened finally. So here it is. Goals. The first goal was read half of the Quran and ponder upon its translation. And what was the action plan? The action plan was to read 2 pages after every salah. So I'd also been taking some Quran classes, tajweed and memorization. And Ramadan helped me to realize that, oh, okay, I knew that my recitation had gotten better. I could read a lot more faster. And so when I wrote this goal down, I didn't put that into consideration. And I wanted to do half and ponder upon its translation. But I ended up doing the whole Quran. Now, about the translation of the Quran, I told myself that it's fine. You cannot read the whole translation of the Quran during Ramadan, but you have forever to do it. Like you have after Ramadan to do it. So what I ended up doing was I told myself that immediately after Ramadan, I'm going to buy myself a translated Quran and start to read the meanings from the back. So from the shorter surahs, I'll go down like because those are the surahs that I'm more familiar with. Like I memorized a couple of them, and they'll be easy because they'll be shorter, right? So like I'm starting with one a day. I did that. I started that, and alhamdulillah, I'm very happy because I started that. And if I tell you that at some point I'll get lazy, I'll do once a week or twice a week. There's sometimes I'll do back to back every day. And I'm glad because let me check the surah I'm on. I still did it, if not yesterday, I still read it yesterday. I'm on Surah till Adid, right? And this is the sorry, 1 second. I'm on Surah Al Adid, and this is Surah 57. And I started backwards from 114. Of course, those other surahs are short, right? So, and I'm going to one, so I still have 57 more. But you know that the further I go, then I start getting to those longer surahs, so it may take me longer. But I'm really glad that I said I wanted to do something and I kept to it. I wrote it down anyway, so I was seeing it staring at me every day. I didn't end up buying a Quran because I just found one translated Quran in the house and I picked it. And one thing about the translated Quran I have, is that it's like there's the how is it? It's just like the way the Quran is like this. Then for every line, for every verse, there's the translation, right? So you can read the translation like that. Then under it, there's now like similar hadith or related hadith to what is being spoken about in the Quran. And so that one really also helps me because like sometimes I will not really understand the English or the complexity of whatever is being said there, but the hadith helps to break it down, makes it easier. So I've been doing that, and yes, proud. Let me see. Goal number two was to give charity every day for 30 days. And I would say this one was simple because um there's just always something. There's just always someone. Like when you go to work, that 15 naira that you see that small boy asking you for, give it something. And every time it doesn't have to be money. It could be food. It could be helping somebody else. Anything, just make sure you are doing something. So of course, this is going to go into my goal again. This year, I said I wanted to observe all my taraweehs at the mosque, apart from non fasting days, and apart from the days that I got back late from work. I would say I was able to achieve that as well. Be consistent with my tahajjud. I'm proud. Like I'm proud of myself, not boastfulness. Kind of proud. Yes, I was doing that before Ramadan, and so when Ramadan came, it's not hard. And even now, I'm also doing that before Ramadan, so I don't think it will be hard. It will just be me ensuring that I sleep early so that I can wake up earlier. Memorize the 99 names of Allah and incorporate it in your daily dua. I started this thing. I don't know why. This is a low hanging fruit to Jannah, and why have I not memorized it? I started, but I think all of the things that I said I wanted to do just became a lot and became overwhelming, and I stopped. Right. So I think what I'm going to do now is I still want to memorize it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick one a day. Let's just say 99 days. So from Ramadan to like Eid, I should be done. 99 days, I'll pick one, right? Then let's say it is a Rahman, right? I'll pick it, I'll memorize it, and then I'll just ask Allah to grant me whatever that name translates to, use it to make it dua. I have a small book and I'm going to use to do that. And I'm going to do that till Eid. And so by Eid, I would have memorized it, inshallah. There's one YouTube video that I was playing and I liked the sound and everything. It was helping me to memorize faster. Maybe I'll refer back to that. so that it will help me. But yeah, that goal I didn't eat it. I think I stopped at 30 something. I guess you can't always get everything right. Some days you win, some days you don't. But the main thing is you keep trying. Then I wanted to listen to the Ramadan series podcast. I wanted to listen to the Ramadan series podcast daily. So I used to listen to it on my way to work or on my way back from work. And mm, that one I did it because even before Ramadan, I always listen to Mufti Menk and Omar Suleiman and any other podcast that just comes my way. Like sometimes when you're playing and you played the latest one, it just moves you to another one automatically. So, excuse me, I do that. Now, I have a tip here. You see those podcasts, sometimes if you're saying, I will listen to Mufti I listen to Omar Suleiman, I listen to this, I listen to this, it may be too much and you may get overwhelmed and you may just abandon it. So pick the one that you feel most comfortable with. Know that I must listen to this every day. Because really, when you listen to it, you would hear a lot of things. There are some things that I didn't know that from hearing, listening to them, I realized that, oh, this thing is actually a sin, or this thing is actually not the best way to go about a certain thing. So what I've said is that I can listen to two, right? Maybe mornings and evening, Umar Sleiman and Mufti Meg. But my tip is that if you feel like you are not connecting, like your iman is at its lowest, and you want somebody to admonish you, you want them to speak sense into you, you want them to, like, you're not a gentle person, you want them to be harsh with you, your plug is Mufti Menk. He's gonna scream into your ears and you're going to behave. The way we'll talk to you. Did you know? You will listen and you're like, okay. But if you're a soft girl, you don't want someone to shout at you, you want to be calm, you want soft voice. Over Suleiman is going to tell you that you are wrong at the rubbish that you are doing, but it's going to say it with such soft, it's very soft spoken. So you can do that. So what I do is I listen to Omar Suleiman, I listen to Muslim. Now, on days where I just feel like, what's wrong with you? I'm not doing all the things that I should do. I'll just go and listen to Muslim. 1, 2, 3 movement podcasts. So that is all for my Ramadan goal last year. And alhamdulillah, let's see. I set 6 goals for myself. Read half of the Quran. 6 goals. I did 1. Give charity every day. I did that. Observe all Tarawih at the mosque. I mean, I did that to the best of my ability. Be consistent with my target. I did that. Memorize the 99 names of Allah. Nope. And listen to the Ramadan series podcast daily. So I did 5/6. Alhamdulillah. I'm proud of myself. So now I have finished telling you. Okay, no. I still have sweet treats and sour and iftar. So another interesting thing I did last year's Ramadan was I was making sweet treats towards the last 10 days, so the last 15 days. I joined Hildabas's class and I learned like new recipes like apple pie, chicken burgers, beef burgers, I made chin chin, small chops. So every day of the last 10 days, I had something. The day that I have apple pie, the day I have cinnamon rolls, the day I have small chops. And it was good because like I had people to eat it with them. There was Rodia, there was Junior, there was Bobo. So everybody was just making me happy. The strength I thought I didn't have, I did it. When I'm doing all those prep for all those things I'm making, I'm playing the podcast, I'm listening to it, I'm saying my duas, I'm saying my dhikrs. And toward the last 10 days, my period also came. So it was just easier for me to be making sweet treats for fasting people. You see the reward? That's it. Then, Sahur and Iftar. What I do is, I didn't write like a list of food, a timetable to follow, but I think I may do that this year. But I had like food combinations in my head. And so I would make them and then post them every day on WhatsApp. So I'm thinking I will post that combination again for people to kind of like see, and so that it will help them, prep for Ramadan, right? I'm also thinking, I don't know if I have the time, I would kind of like write a list of foods because I've improved with like my eating habits now. I try to incorporate veggies and fruits in every meal that I'm eating to the best of my ability. Then I feel like if I share that with people, it would kind of help them. So I would try to do like a design of a booklet, maybe a 6 pages book of week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, the things you can eat, the things that can help you stay fuller for long. I am no expert in this food thing. I just love trying food recipes and I'm sharing with you what I've learned over the time. So don't expect that. My aunt said we should give her nutrition, this, nutrition, that, and I ended up hungry by 2 o'clock. It's not me, it's your body, okay? But from what people have said is the more proteins you eat, the more fuller you would stay. The longer you stay full. The more proteins you eat, the longer you stay full. And the more fibers in your food, the longer you stay full. So don't go and eat all the whole leber and small vegetable. Your stomach will just be like this and you'll not be able to breathe properly. That, I think, brings me to the end of section 1. Now, section 2 is what are my goals for 2025 and what's my action plan? I've not really written out my action plan, but I want to share my goals with you guys and then I'll brainstorm the action plan with you. So, goal 1 is to complete the Quran 1.5 times. I feel like I can do 2 times, but I don't want to push myself too much. Let me say 1.5 times because I may get very busy with work. I may get occupied with some other things that I have on my list. 1.5 times is okay from somebody who did 1 time before. Now, I'm thinking about it. Why I feel like 2 times is achievable is without Tajud and Tarawi. So without Tajud and Tarawi was when I said I finished the Quran once last year. So I'm thinking, should I now start like be reading 4 pages after every Salah, and then my Tajud and Tarawi read from another side so that I know that I'm doing 4 pages after Salah for 1 completion and doing Tajud and Tarawi for another completion. I'm thinking about it. I think I'll find a best approach to it, right? And then I'll do that. So maybe for Tajud and Tarawi, I should start from Fatiha, or I should just, you understand what I'm trying to say? Start from the back for this one, start at the front from this one, or do everything and start again. I don't know how, but the plan is to read the Quran 1.5 times this year, inshallah. And that one is to give charity daily. I did this one last year. I don't think this will be hard. There's always something. You would always see something online. There's always 1K, donate to feed a this, donate for charity, eat with this family. Anything is charity. Any good thing. Don't think it's only money. You can give food, acts of kindness, you know. That person that will beg you for water on the road now that you shout or pour something on the person. If it's raining, don't go and drive your car and splash water on somebody. No. It could even be as simple as getting up for an older person in the BRT. You know, just something. Make sure you're doing it. The next one is continue your Quran. No, reach out to one friend or relative one day. This one is not easy because one part of myself that I'm trying to work on is networking. So I would try, right, to reach out to a friend and or a family member a day, like somebody I've not spoken to in a long time. I'll just give that person a call and the person will be like, Miriam, share one. Yeah, I already have one auntie in my head. I'm going to call her. She's going to say, Auntie Joy. That's my plan. So I'm going to try as much as possible. Continue your Quran reflection. So that one is the translation of the Quran that I told you that I read daily. I would continue doing that. Right now, I think I'm able to still do that because the surahs that I am on, they have like 29 to 30 ayahs. You know, it's something I can still do one a day, ponder upon its meaning, you know. So good, I will do that. Complete the recommended book. So in that group I told you I joined, Ramadan Rise and Reflect, they have this group. They last year they had a recommended book for us to read, which I read only 1 chapter. Bad of me. But this year I think I'm in my reading era because I've read 4 books. I've read Broken by Fatima Bala. I've read Who Killed Janet Uzo. I've read What Happened to Janet Uzo. I've read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and Great Work, Great Careers in 2 months. So yeah, I'm on my reading streak. So I'm going to ask if there's a recommended book for this year. If there is not, I'll go back to that book on patience for last year that I did not read. I will read it because I need to learn how to be patient in my life. Daily journaling. So the package comes with a Quran journal. So I'm just going to journal, write down my thoughts and everything. I went back to my 2023 Quran journal that one of my aunties got me, and when I read those things, I said, you should be journaling, okay? There's also a cute journal I saw that I think is going to be simple and easy to use. It's Journal by Fadike. I would put the link to the Instagram in the description so you guys can see it. In case you want to get the journal, you can try it. I looked at it and I think it's pretty simple. It has like meals for you to plan ahead. It has simple pages. It's not complex at all. It's easy peasy. Then I said I want to do my 10 rakats of Taraweeh. My plan is to do 4 rakats of Tahajjud by reciting one page of the Quran on every rakat. I think that's okay for me. Then I'm currently, next goal is to completely memorize Surah Al-Abasa. I'm currently memorizing Surah Al-Abasa. So like I said, I have a Quran school that I attend. It's online. And I attend like Tajweed classes and memorization classes. And my memorization class, I'm on Surah Al-Abasa. And I started from the 30th Juz, so Surah Al-Nabai. You guys, memorization is not easy. Especially as an adult. There's some days I'll be stuck on just memorizing 3 ayahs for 1 week, and I'll say, is this how your brain is not sharp again? Eh? It's not easy. It's not easy at all. But yeah, with time it gets better. Like I'm at a place where right now I feel like I'm way better than when I started. Like when I hear myself reading, I say yes, we are getting there. I'm proud of my journey so far. I think, and my Quran teacher, she has been chasing me to do, what's that thing? Feedback or something, but I used to ghost her every time because I'm just shy. I don't think I'm ready to share with everybody yet, but maybe it's one of the things I should consider as charity this Ramadan. Maybe. So yeah, inshallah, I want to finish memorizing Surah Al-Abasa. I have a teacher, like I said, I have like 2 classes or 3 classes a week. So let's see. I don't do more than 3 hours or 2 hours per class. That's my current capacity for now. It will improve. Before it used to be only 1 hour. Before when we used to have our class, we used to do like, when I used to do my Tajweed class, it used to be like a line or 2 lines a day. But now we are doing 1 page of the Quran. I even think I can go to 2 pages of the Quran now. But I'm trying to show you that it is step by step. It only gets easier with constant practice. The next goal is a transfer from 2024, which is to memorize the 99 names of Allah and make a dua with it daily. And I've already told you the approach I'm going to use. Inshallah, come Eid, I will be done with it. Then mindful dhikrs of about 2,000 daily. What I mean by mindful dhikrs is Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah. It's not Subhanallah. Is that food ready? Alhamdulillah. Is that rice ready? Astaghfirullah. Wash that plate. Leave me, leave me, leave me. That's not the score. Subhanallah, Subhanallah. Halloween. I want like a mindful one. I want to be present because it's easy for my mind to just travel, transfer, and go. But I want to be present in my dhikrs. I want to do my 200. I be 2,000 daily. This is what I want to do. And I think this 2,000 doesn't include the ones I do while praying, right? It's just like extra because that when I'm not praying, when I'm not sitting on my mat, when I'm laying down, I'm just having a rest, when I'm taking a walk, those are the kind of ones I mean. In this Ramadan, I want to cultivate the habit of making dua for every little thing. Like if I crave ice cream, I'll say, oh Allah, I'm craving ice cream. I want ice cream. It sounds funny, but they told us that we can ask him for anything. That we should not be mindful. He already even knows that you are thinking of ice cream. So why are you shy to tell him that you want ice cream? Why are you shy to tell him that you want a G-Wagon? He already knows that it's G-Wagon that is in your brain, like this boom boom boom. So why can't you ask him? This Ramadan, I'm going to try to cultivate the habit of asking for every single thing. If my barrel has finished out, like the random things that you would think that, like now, let's say a period is coming, like, oh, well, let my period be easy, and just I want to become that person that When I open my mouth, the angels are ready to say, ah, this voice, she's here again. Please answer her. Oh, today, oh, today. Alone, that's the kind of person I want to become. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not happening. It's not gonna happen in 1 month, in 2 months. I know it's gonna be a step, but at least I'm starting now. Then, of course, listen to the Muslim podcast. So, like I said, I'll be listening to Muslim and I must make. This does not mean that when I'm scrolling across TikTok and I see all our like Nigerians posting, like there's this guy Noah on TikTok and there's this Ali on TikTok. If I see them or any other person I see, I would listen, but compulsory to listen to because they have like a 30-day series is Omar Suleiman and Mufti Menk. And then, okay, I said be the ones that makes dua about everything. And the last, but not the least, is I want to avoid sins as much as possible. May Allah make it easy because it's not easy. I'm going to try. So I'm going to stay away from things that I know that will make me sin. And not me, they were election. Well, one election in Google, like I try not to do the major sins. I try to abstain from a lot of those things. So yeah. I want to say this one about music. I know there's this controversy, there's this that they say it's a sin, some people say it's allowed. I feel like obviously I want to stay away from music completely in Ramadan. I don't want to listen, I don't want to play because I like music a lot. So once I play one song, that's it. Say I let people play one song to rest by this lie from 1 to 2 to 4 to 6, and that's why I want to stay away. I'm also going to try as much as possible to stay away from using it in my podcast, my videos. I'm going to try. I'm not perfect. So if you see it, know that I tried and it did not work. But I would keep trying. So you should try to, right? I'm going to try as much as possible to stay away from music to the best of my ability, power. Everything I can do, I'm going to do it. Now, the third section is tips and any tricks and meal ideas. Sorry, there was a sound and I was just trying to figure out what it was, but I'm back now. Like I was saying, I'm going to try as much as possible to stay away from sins. I'm going to try as much as possible to stay away from music because you listen to one music like this, you're on the next, you're on the next, I'm going to try as much as possible to. My TikTok page is pretty clean, I think. Let's just say except for music. So maybe I'll just be watching the TikTok without music or reduce my time on social media apps. Yeah. I'm going to also try to do a 30-day series where I share with you what I eat in those 30 days. Yeah. What else? Tricks and tips. I just want you to know that no matter what you do, no matter what you eat, no matter what you drink, everybody feels Ramadan. That's the whole essence of it. So if you like do you are going to feel it. Even with all your nutrition, your protein and fiber, days will come where you feel hungry. But at least make sure you're eating healthy. They used to say you should try to stay away from fizzy drinks. I'm not the best to advise you because I'm not a nutritionist. Drink it if that's what works for you. There was a year that my goal, my reward to myself for completing my 10 rakat of Tarawih is I will buy this. I've forgotten bold ginger drink. It was that. But this year, I don't know. Okay. I don't know what to be my goal. I'm thinking of still making some sweet treats also this year. But let's see. I think the tricks and tips that I have for you will be the food ideas that I will drop. I'll put it on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And WhatsApp too. Let me not forget my WhatsApp people. They were my day ones. They've been supporting me since day one. I should be putting out content for them too. I'll start doing that now. It seems as though, hey, luckily, what have I done to you? It seems as though we have come to the end of this vlog. So, Allahumma baligna Ramadan, Allahumma baligna Laylatul Qadri. May we all have a wonderful, impactful, beautiful, memorable Ramadan. May this Ramadan be among the best for all of us. I think over the years I've been able to like make each Ramadan better than the last. I think you should cultivate that habit as well. Assalamu alaikum, guys. Bye, and see you in my next video.